What's going on, Show Nation? It's Movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's video, I just hit Prestige 1. I'm going to make this video today to talk to you guys about the Prestige 1 XP reward path and kind of who to select along that XP reward path. So first things first, the Prestige XP reward path is right underneath the XP reward path. So if you can't find it for whatever reason, it's right underneath the XP reward path. It's been created into its own thing, so you don't have to scroll all the way over to the right. So that's really nice. I'm really glad that they did that. And also, I'm gonna base this guide off of a really stacked team. If you don't have Mantle for whatever reason and you've gotten this far, I would take players that really help you fill out your team. But I kind of think that most of you guys that are gonna play all the way to Prestige in this game are going to have Mickey Mantle, are going to have Gary Sheffield, and are going to have Craig Biggio. If you don't, that's okay. Just take whatever information you get out of this video, but I would recommend that you guys take players that help your team. You know, if you need a second baseman, take a second baseman. If you need a left fielder, take a left fielder, etc. But you guys will still hear my ratings on the cards, and kind of like, I'm gonna give you more of an in-depth advanced type of thing if you do have the collections done, and kind of my thought process on which card I'm going to take and where. Leave me down in the comments below kind of like what you're deciding to take as well. Just because this is what I'm going to do doesn't mean it's like the best thing or the right thing to do. This is just personally what I'm going to do. We got level 5, level 10, 15, 20. Let's go through these. First at 5, we get a selection here of one of these prestige cards. I'm going to tell you who I'm going to take from this in a second. So at 5, we have one. We got the 10 packs at level 10. We also get 5. We get the Ball Is a Habit bundle, which if this was a collectible, like something you could buy from the store to put on your desk, I would love to buy this. Like, that thing just looks awesome to me. The Ball Is a Habit bundle. 10,000 subs at level 20. We're gonna get a 1 in 3 here with Springer, Jose Ramirez, and Eric Thames. We're gonna go over them in depth. And here's the point of why I want to go along this path a little bit with you guys. At level 35, I think every single level that you get in Prestige is 5 levels that you would have got in the regular XP reward path. And it usually takes you about a game or so to get 1 level. You know, if you play like an entire game and you do really well, you're pretty much going to get a level in the old XP reward path. In the Prestige XP reward path, it's about 5 games. So it's going to take significantly longer to level this up. And that's important because whoever we take right here, we're not going to get another one of these packs until level 35. So we got to make the right decision. Level 40 10 packs, level 90 high series diamond. A lot of people have been asking me when I think, you know, the 90 plus cards, the Garrett Coles, the Bellingers, the Mike Trouts, one of those cards are going to come back down in price so folks can finish up the collections. I personally don't think it's going to be for a while. If I had to guess, I would say maybe by the end of July to August. At that point in time, a lot of people will be hitting this Prestige XP reward path, and there's not only one of these, there's 2 of them that you get to select from. And I'm just thinking at that point, a lot of people will start having the collections done. The reason those cards are so high is because, first of all, when people buy them, they throw them almost right into the collection. And there's not a lot of good ways about going about to get them. You can get them from BR, you can get them out of a pack, you really can't get them from events. So what happens is people get that card, they don't even use it. You know, it's not even a card that someone buys to use for a little while and then sells back. People buy those cards to put them in the collections to get Mantle, Sheffield, and Biggio. That's pretty much their entire role, and that's why they're so expensive, because they're holding the keys to Mantle, they're holding the keys to Craig Biggio, they're holding the keys to Sheffield. So that's kind of why it's going to be so expensive. By the end of August, a lot of people will have those collections done. A lot of people might be moving on to another game at that point in time. You know, that's a lot of people kind of trend towards playing Madden and what have you at that point in time. And even at that point in time, MLB The Show will probably be releasing like another collection like they did with Honus Wagner last year, so that we have stuff to do with some of the cards, that we can put them into these collections and start to unlock like another card, like kind of had like what they did last year. Is almost like a second round of it's almost like a second round of a huge collection. So I hope they do something like that again this year, because that was actually really fun last year, and I'd like to see something like that again. But my point is that these diamonds might not go down for a while. So you kind of have two decisions that you got to make, and you got to do what's best for you. It's kind of like you go after them now and just save up the subs, flip to get the stubs, whatever you got to do, and just go after them now so you get to use, you know, Mantle and Sheffield and Biggio for like a long period of time. Or you can wait until, you know, August or July. That would be my guess. Leave down in the comment section below your guess. I'm just trying to answer a question that I get all the time, the best that I possibly can. That would be my personal guess, because we're going to see some of the, and we're also going to see people hitting this, you know, prestige reward path. It's going to start to trickle in, you know, in June, in July, but this path is going to take a really long time, like I explained earlier. So eventually we'll get this 90 plus diamond, 10,000 stubs, 55, level 55, again, one of these packs. Now this nameplate is actually pretty significant. And the reason it's significant is because if you made the World Series, you've collected all the teams, you have Mantle, all that, you've collected all the stadiums. If you get this nameplate, you can put it into the GOAT collection and get the gold GOAT skin back. You do not have to go 12-0 in BR this year to get the gold GOAT skin, bat skin or whatever. So once you hit that, you can get the gold GOAT bat skin. Which sounds kind of strange saying out loud, I'm not gonna lie. This nameplate's actually pretty significant. Don't forget that you have it. So if you want that bat skin, which is, you know, it's like, it's gold and it looks really cool, honestly. You don't have to go 12-0 in BR this year. I probably will not be playing a lot of BR because of that at this point in time. I would like to get that bat skin. I just got that yellow bat skin that matches my uniform colors. You know, I kind of got that UCLA, like, off futuristic Royals type of look with like the blue and the yellow. So I'm gonna have that bat skin, the yellow bat skin, the yellow lightning bat skin. It's gonna match my jerseys. I like bat skins that match jerseys. I think that looks really sharp. So I do want that gold GOAT bat skin though, because it will kind of match my jerseys as well. 65, we get another one of these packs. 10,000. 75, we get another one of these packs. Ball is a habit pack bundle at 5, or you get 5 balls of habit packs in this bundle. 30,000 stubs at 85. Another high diamond at 90, 95 right here as well. And level 100, you get the last of these 3 choice players. And also, guys, there's nothing after this. Like, once it's done, it's done. Like, once you get to level 100, it's done. Unless they add something down the line. But to my knowledge, there are people that have hit level 100 prestige in the XP reward path. And once it's over, like, that's it. So this is our last XP reward path, unless they decide to update something, maybe around, I don't know, August or September, around that time. Like, maybe you add like another XP reward path if you're MLB The Show watching this video. I think a lot of people will start to hit it around that. It'd be cool to have another one to go after. If this is all we get for the year, that's fine too, because I don't know, the XP reward path is, I mean, this is pretty dang lit what they give you. This is amazing stuff that they give you for free. Most of the good cards, most of these cards are extremely good too. You can build an extremely good team in this game for free, you know, through these cards. Your team is going to be absolutely stacked. Anyways, guys, let me get into my selections and who I'm going to select and why. So like I said, I'm basing this off of my own personal team, and this is going to be like my decisions of what I'm personally going to do. If you want to take my decisions and make them for your team as well, I'd be honored. If you play better with other cards, you know, choose what's best for you, but I'm going to give you guys what I'm going to personally do. So this is a very tough decision for me, and the first card that I was thinking about taking out of this was Reggie Jackson, 113, 118, 104, 83. He does have that silver 71 fielding, but here's the problem. I play him in left field, so even at that 71, he's going to take a -5 in his secondary position. So what's really the difference? I'm going to get 3 more power. I already have 115 power on the other card. I already have bad defense on the other card in left field. I think personally, I'm going to wait to take this card for a little bit. I'm just going to use the other 99 in left field. Eventually, this card is going to be on my bench for sure with the 113, 118, and the 83 vision, and just the lack of fielding. He's not a terrible fielder, but he's also not a great fielder at the same time, and he doesn't have like an absolute cannon like Sheffield does, and I don't want to stick him in right field. He just, to me, can't really hold it down too well for me personally in right field. Maybe he could a little bit better with that 71 fielding and the 70 reaction, but I personally don't think I'm going to take that card first. The card that I'm going to take first is Buster Posey, and that might surprise you guys. And it's kind of like, you can play Biggio at catcher, and Biggio is an okay catcher, but I'd rather play Prestige Biggio with a 91 diamond fielding at second base, or even possibly, you know, in left field. Biggio can also play left field and center field with 93 speed, so we can actually use that speed to cover ground. Now, a lot of times it's nice to have a catcher that has a lot of speed, because that's an almost impossible thing to have. Catchers, just by their nature, aren't fast. Unless your name's like JT Realmuto or Jason Kendall, there's very few and far between extremely fast catchers. But I don't know, I play really well with Buster Posey. I don't know, there's something about his swing. I like these, I think I like these cards that have like a big leg kick. Like Nolan Gorman, I hit really well with. That's the animation I have on my creative player at shortstop for when I hit, is Nolan Gorman. 106, 125, 76. And if there's something you guys didn't know, see how he has that bomber quirk right underneath the quirk in the middle of the screen? He has that bomber quirk. You know, they say 80-80, but it's actually, in my opinion, I think it's like 75 and above. So he's going to have that above. But I've hit a lot of right-on-right home runs with Buster Posey, even with under the 75 power threshold. I don't know what it is, but I really hit well with this card. I just hit well with it. There's no denying that for me. 115 power versus left with 125, 96 vision. He's gonna have diamond, 92 fielding. He only has an 85 arm. He doesn't have like a crazy 99 arm or something like that. 87 accuracy, but he does have 98 block, which is extremely important. That 95 block that he has on the other card, it blocks like everything. That keeps you in double play situations. That keeps you from getting the guy from second or third with one out. If the guy was on second with one out, now he's going to be able to be sacrifice flied or just a ball in play, he scores. That blocking is huge. And I think blocking for the first time in a while really actually matters this year. And that 98 block is going to be absolutely elite. The 43 speed, not very fast. That's the one thing about this card. The power versus right and the 43 speed are the two negatives about this card. He has a ton of vision though, has a really good swing. I really would like to use this card, or get this card. 125, 115. If I don't end up using him a ton of catcher, it's going to be really elite off the bench as well. Plus, he's got the secondary at first base, so I could platoon him potentially at first base. I think that's a really good use of him as well. But I really like this card. This is going to be my personal first selection, I believe. Because now I'm going to get that boosted over 75 power versus right. I got tons of vision. I got amazing defense. I really like Buster Posey at catcher. That is my personal, this is going to be my personal first pick. Now in the second pick, we can go through some of these cards. You know, we got Eric Thames, 96, 112, 115, 121, 73 vision. He has 64 fielding and 53 speed. I haven't used his swing a lot. I didn't have this card back in the day in 2017. I didn't do a lot of those. I love how they're doing the player of the month this year. Just minimal exchanges. These cards that you used to have to collect a bunch of cards to get this card, and it kind of, in my opinion, was always kind of a waste of stubs. I used to compare it to driving around like a Ferrari or a Lamborghini. Like if you had like a ton of stubs, like yeah, go after it. You know, get the best, nicest cars to drive in the world. You know what I mean? But the opportunity cost or whatever that is, I'm not an economics person at all, but it just didn't ever add up, so I never really got a lot of those. But this Eric Thames card, I think, you know, 112, 121 is amazing. The reverse splits is actually kind of underrated too, just because you're already going to see the ball better versus a right-handed pitcher. He's a left-handed hitter, so it's actually kind of, don't underrate you know, reverse splits. 112, 121 versus left. It only kind of hurts you as a pinch hitter. That's the only thing that kind of hurts you. But if you're gonna play him every day, as your everyday first baseman, it will help you out, because now, you know, left or right, it doesn't matter. He's gonna be hitting really well. The 73 vision is kind of low. I don't think I'm gonna be taking this card first. I think the card I'm gonna be taking first, without a question, to me, is Jose Ramirez. There's so much flexibility in this card. 91, 83, 118, 88, 102 vision, 75 fielding, 74 arm, 68 speed, and 91 stealing. He can play at first, second, shortstop, left field, third base. I can play him all over the place. I'm not going to be playing him at third base over Chipper. Prestige Chipper is locking down third base. There's no doubt about that. My Cavs pretty much got the lockdown on shortstop. I could potentially play this card at shortstop down the line if I want to move my cap to being a pitcher. But you need to take this card in this round. There's just too much flexibility with this card. I could play him in left field over Reggie Jackson, 91, 118, crazy vision, 83, 88 from the other side versus left. He's got a really good swing. He's not very tall. He's only 5'9", so he's got a really small strike zone. He's got that silver balance speed across the board, and if you move him to a different position, that 75 is only going to go to a 71, which is going to keep him at silver fielding. So he's going to have, you know, he's still going to be, he's not going to be the most amazing fielder, but he's not going to be bad either. And that 61 or 68, 91 probably could take a bag for you if you really needed to steal a base. With that 91 steal, he's going to get a good jump. I don't steal that much as it is, but he might be able to do that for you. So I think the fact that he can play almost anywhere on the diamond as a switch hitter with a good swing, he really doesn't have like a lot of weaknesses. You could argue his defense and his speed is a weakness, but it's really not that bad at the same time. Like, this is a really good card. You know, the weakness is his bunt and directional bump, which is what you want at the end of the day when you're looking for a position player. Like, everything else is really, really boosted. So I'm a big fan of this Jose Ramirez card. This is definitely the card I'll be going after first in that pack. So in this pack at 35, I'll most likely take Reggie Jackson, you know, 113, 118, 104, 83, 97. I'll get him at this point if I'm going to use him on the bench, if I'm going to use him in left field or what have you. That's when I'm going to take this card next. High diamond, please. I hope we get Trout. 55, I'm probably going to take Barry Larkin in this pack just because he's going to be such an elite pinch hitter versus left. He's 96, 107, 111 vision, a good swing, 89 speed and 89 stealing, which is nice. So not only can he be my guy to hit against left-handed pitching, but he can also pinch run for me. When we need a pinch runner, he can do that for us. With the 89, 99, he could also potentially play shortstop for me down the line. If I ever want to move my cap into the starting rotation, I just can move Barry right to the shortstop position, and we got a good shortstop to put in that spot. So I will be taking Barry Larkin most likely with that pack. All right, 65, we're going to be taking George Springer at 65, 90, 103, 114, 124, 83, 86, 77. This card to me is going to battle it out with Reggie Jackson in left, Babe Ruth, Willie Mays. I definitely will probably be playing over this card as well once we get that card. That's a card I'm really, really looking forward to, is a beast Willie Mays. He might have a slight reduction in how good he is because he's not the collection reward anymore. You know, that's obviously Mickey Mantle. And there's usually only like one card like that, the ultimate collection reward, that they boost up like crazy. And, you know, that was Mantle this year. I could see Mays taking a little bit of a dip, but Mays is still a 5-tool player, an unbelievable player. I don't think they'll dog his card too much. I wouldn't imagine. He could even be the collection. You know, it could be like him or Honus Wagner or Babe Ruth. We never knew if there is going to be a second collection down the line type of deal. But I think Mays will probably be better than this George Springer. But George Springer is going to be competing with that card on my team to get out there. He also, I think, is going to be competing with Gary Sheffield because he's a better fielder than Sheffield, but Sheffield's like an unbelievable hitter. Sheffield might be the best hitter in the game next to Mantle. It's like Sheffield and Mantle and probably your Cap are your best hitters. And I just think he's unbelievable. So I think I'll probably play this on this card in left. This is another reason like I want to take Reggie Jackson a little bit lower, a little bit down the line, even though we're gonna have that Reggie Jackson way before this card anyways, but eventually we're gonna get this card. We're gonna definitely take this card out of this pack. 75, I probably will take Ryan Sandberg. This one really, to me, these guys are both pretty much even. Like either one, they're both really, really good. Sandberg, really good defense, good speed, good stealing, has a good power. Probably could be somebody that you could use on your bench as a defensive replacement at third or second or what have you, replace Chipper with him at the very end of the game to close out the game type of deal. He's gonna have more pop from both sides. I'll probably take Sandberg in that spot. And then obviously high diamond, we're gonna hope for Mike Trout in that one. And then we'll take Minoso in the last pack. I think he's really good too. He's gonna be above 76, 83. He's gonna have a lot of power, has a lot of contact, a lot of vision. 90 fielding, 90 speed. I mean, he's solid. He doesn't have a great arm strength, but that's why he's in left field or can play third base for you. this is still like a really solid card that I might have rated too low. Some people really like to use him, to be honest with you, on the comp scene. I used him last year. All right, so like he was a BR reward last year. I bought him for like 150K. I used him for a little while, sold him for like 160, 170K. I don't remember liking his swing a ton or anything like that, but this card does look super stacked. The problem is he just doesn't have a lot of power, but he's got everything else. Really has everything else. 117, 113, 125. And he has 90 speed and diamond fielding and left. But I just think there's going to be too many good outfielders I'm going to use over him. I'm going to probably keep this card on my bench just chilling because it can do a lot of different things. You know, he's really fast for pinch running. He's also going to be a good hitter. And I'm even talking about the other 99. I got to make sure I got him on my bench as well. So I'll probably be taking him in that spot. I could even see myself taking him over Sandberg. That's going to be kind of a toss-up down the line. Then at level 100, we'll have one card left to take, and that will be Eric Thames. So I hope this gives you guys an idea of what to do along the Prestige XP reward path. This is at least what I'm planning on doing. So if you wanted to do that as well, I think that'd be great. And thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace out.